Hello everyone, welcome to the Village of Words. The word relation for this video is starvation, kill criminals. In starvation, the first ones to be thrown away are criminals. Firstly, criminals are thrown in prison to be rehabilitated. I believe imprisoning criminals shows the signs of wealth and access. As in starvation or desperate times, criminals are killed. Criminals are killed because there is no luxury to have criminals. In starvation, there should not be any meaningless access. Not only criminals are wrong and harmful, but they are also a waste of space. Also, no one trusts a criminal. But imagine if 2000 years ago, according to the Bible, Matthew 5:45, God gives rain to both good and evil. Back then, God already gives rain to criminals. Imagine how much more wealth we have obtained now to even spare criminals. Today's wealth cannot even be measured compared to the past. So rightfully now, we should imprison criminals to rehabilitate them. Instead of killing criminals, criminals should be spared for rehabilitation. Next, in a Facebook mentally ill group that I had joined, sometimes I see a capitalist FB post here and there. A capitalist FB post harassing the mentally ill. The capitalist calls the unemployed mentally ill a loser or incompetent. There are FB posts like that in my mentally ill Facebook group. Likewise, in business, when a company has lost, the first one the company will throw away are the poor, or i.e. the low-level workers. The company won't fire CEOs because CEOs are precious to the company. The company will throw away low-level workers or poor people from my definition. So, if a country is declining, then perhaps there is nothing wrong to throw away or kill mentally ill, unemployed people. So back to my comment on the capitalist Facebook harassment. Is the capitalist country declining so much that they have to throw away mentally ill, unemployed people? The real answer is probably no. There is no wealth like today's era. There are people who owns a lot of money that it will never runs out. The money will never runs out in 2 or 3 generations of a big family. In fact, there are people who believe oil will never runs out. Oil will never runs out before the earth gets polluted and wasted. So, isn't this the age of oil, of wealth, of vast computer and technology? Yet, capitalists are so starving that they have to throw away some mentally ill people. Besides that, even if there is starvation, the first ones to be thrown away are criminals. So here comes the topic of this video. In starvation, different people are killed while family is kept. The ambition of one who is starving is to keep one's family alive. One do not value human life other than family. Food is only given to family. One do not give it to foreigners. So, is the mentally ill is so foreign that they need to be thrown away. If your family member becomes broken, are they no longer your family? Anyway, since when is humanity so rational? Aren't there many people who are afraid of ghosts and the unseen supernatural? Likewise, the mentally ill would have been the same flock as religion. So, is one implying that religious people be killed if there is starvation? If unemployed mentally ill people are killed, why not unemployed religious people? But obviously, in case of criminals can be considered foreign and can be thrown away. When criminals start harming others and disobeying the rules, criminals had become astray. Furthermore, in starvation, we do not have the luxury to spare criminals. And we do not have time to get to know about criminals. Starvation means no time to understand, no time to learn. In fact, in today's time, we do not even try to get to know criminals. We do study criminals a bit in court to pass judgment. But I think hardly anyone bothers to try and understand criminals. As so in politics, no one bothers to try and understand the opposition. Same goes with the Israeli-Palestine issue. Hardly anyone bothers to try and understand the opposition. So even more, in starvation, we do not even bother to understand criminals. And criminals are killed. Regardless, it is because we have luxury that we should study. One should be unemployed to study knowledge, to read books. Because of starvation, one should migrate elsewhere. But there might be people who are reluctant to leave their ancestral lands. Reluctant to leave the land they are born in. Still, would you make your people suffer just for the sake of nostalgia for your ancestors? There is no food and nothing but hardship in the old lands. Conclusion, people always have the hype for the end times, for the apocalypse. And as such, judgment will occur. The good are spared while criminals are killed and thrown away. Surely death will occur someday. But I believe right now is not the time for the end of days. The reign of AI and computers is just starting. How could it be the end of days right now? That's all for this video. Hit like, share, or comment down below.